sports. It's in the game.
I'm playing this game second because of reasons. I'm really bored.
Crosby on now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's got to be feeling pretty good.
Thanks,
playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. And left side here, it's Graham.
And he's going to be
out of bounds right at midfield. They'll get 19 yards there. And it's good enough for a Seattle first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just toweling it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Baldwin coming off his first Pro Bowl appearance. He had career highs, Charles, in catches with 94, over 1,100 yards. That also a career high. Pretty good season for Doug Baldwin.
And I think the place that he really started to take off was midway through 2015. The connection between he and his quarterback, Russell Wilson, where they were playing more from the pocket, bigger plays downfield, that just propelled him into 2016. That and anything he perceives as a light, he uses it to his advantage, and he just goes out and plays.
Fresh set of downs here. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Seahawks are going to have a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Play clock winding down. To throw is Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. Only 2 yards on the completion at second down.
Just the tweet that.
And for HaHa Clinton-Dix, he had 80 of those tackles this past season, 5 interceptions. Got him to a Pro Bowl in his hometown of Orlando.
How about that? That's got to be an incredible thrill for HaHa Clinton-Dix to be able to come back to his hometown. He played at Dr. Phillips High in Orlando before going off to the University of Alabama and playing the Pro Bowl in front of all of his friends and family. And he's going to be a huge building block for Green Bay in 2017. Him at the safety position, not to get better at the corners, but of course Clay Matthews is still there too, terrorizing quarterbacks.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Let's go. Let's get that interception.
They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space.
That was an awesome
They
interception.
crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
That was one of the greatest interceptions I've seen today.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that last drive, a
That was
long
a
drive, but not
god
just that. They had a
interception.
great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would
Hello.
think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jimmy Graham with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Surveying the field. Out to the flat for Lacy. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, Hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cliff Averill in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a fourth and long.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On fourth down, the Packers hand things over to Jake Shum to punt it. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Wide open receiver complete. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. So not only is that his third touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. LA a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to LA. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less
to become
culture
the Rams.
shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacy. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
So, again,
nickel
Parker,
look by
thanks for the
Seattle on
host,
3rd
bro.
down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now.
Comment if you can. I
They'll
don't
try
know
and
if
run
my
for it. Here's Laser.
and
He
please drop a
has the
follow if you
first down
haven't
yardage before
already.
they bring him
Which
down
Parker,
right
I
at the
believe you
45.
have.
Everyone
We are
understood
good
their
there.
role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
So,
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
been streaming for a bit, been streaming to 82
Now a
minutes.
play fake here on 1st down. And seeing no
Surprised that
options, he
wasn't a
just
foul,
tosses
how I
this
hit
one
him.
away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And Parker,
Hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that
what's
one,
your
but that's the
favorite
exact right
football
throw.
team? If you
Either
wouldn't
your
mind me
receiver
asking you.
gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really
If you
precise
were
with it.
still on
Got
here.
rid of it.
Let
No
me
one
know.
got it. On 2nd down, Lacy
waiting for-
fighting him on.
Just ran right through the trash.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
If you
Are you trying to
have a
suggest
favorite
that he
team
is
in
a
NFL,
huge
just
man?
let
He
me
is
know.
Not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the
What?
defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the
I
ground?
know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
319! 319!
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Hey! 319! 319!
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
And the 2016 NFL Comeback Player of the Year was Jordy Nelson. He had a fantastic year after the knee injury in 2015. Well over 1,000 yards again. And once again, he was the #1 target for Aaron Rodgers.
NFL high 14 receiving touchdowns. What dimension does he add that makes them so good on offense?
Dependability as well as speed. Right? Jordy Nelson's the type of guy who can run any route you want. Yet he can also take the top off of a defense, as we like to say, by running past people. It's a heck of a combination to deal with. Plus, Aaron Rodgers knows when he gets in trouble, he just looks for Jordy Nelson, and 9.9 times out of 10, he'll find a way to get open.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Finding time. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. that should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Hey, let's get that ball, let's get that ball right here.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. They go play action here on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's go.
I like to do that
Let's
randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means? But yeah, that, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place.
Doug Baldwin. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 59 yards. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Hauschka now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams in Arizona, those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. He's got time in the pocket, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The tight end, Luke Wilson, was a target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle, starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. But Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
It'll be a gain of 16 and give them a 1st down as well. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Here's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Going to Rawls on the dump off. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he will score on Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And the route is on here in this 1st half. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll set up the screen to Lacy. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The first down screen pass, good for 5. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw, it's Rodgers. A dump off to Lacy. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to. Now 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football. Ball there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Lockett. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse. 69 yards. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now Hausch going to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Wilson. The connection made. It's Graham. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
34, eyes on 34.
They come out here in the eye. Now Wilson, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 13 yards there on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Seattle first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Wilson will throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jimmy Graham from 8 yards out. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
One back is Lacy. And he'll get it up the middle. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Say what you want about Eddie Lacy. He is really important to his team. And right now, they're holding him down well below his normal yardage total. And his team's losing the game.
And we talk about it so often, how tough he is to bring down. But they found a way to do it.
Yeah, I think gang tackling, getting a lot of people to him, that's the key to everything. Not many guys can take him down one-on-one consistently.
Here's Rodgers. He's got time. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Here's Jacob Shum now. He's been terrific so far. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Look at the dance and the juke. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the
simple,
guys
huh?
up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Going to Rawls on the dump-off. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here. Definitely
want to play coverage here.
It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford, and boy, he's been good. And the ref goes under the hood, puts the headset on for the often dreaded did the ball cross the plane review.
So difficult because all it takes is a portion of the ball crossing the plane for it to count.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Thomas Rawls taking it in. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's Thomas Rawls who finishes it off with a touchdown run. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
10 yards still left on second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
319.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, 34 yards. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And they will not even get to the line here as we'll get a delay.
Delay of game, offense. offense.
They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. We focus our attention on the Seahawks defense now. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. They begin the drive with Lacy. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And 4th down coming up.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. This is taken at about the 14. Spinning past him. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He got 29 yards that time.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the 1st down.
Throwing is Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Steve, you wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the Combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. You get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
And Nelson's got it here right side. 15 yards through the air and a first down. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the product of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now Rodgers surveying the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bannon in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. On first down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Wilson down around his goal line. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. Third down here. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
15 yards through the air and a first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin, 81 yards. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth.
319! 319!
Rodgers to throw on second down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Jared Cook, 73 yards. And his guys are able to get a score back. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now Crosby for the point after. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
So I think this is going to be like the most highest scoring game I'm going to have
here's
today.
Crosby to kick it away.
I don't know if I'm going to leave in this stream after this.
This is taken at the 3.
I have no clue because I forgot. I
And
have
a
to
good
do
effort
certain
on the
things.
return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he is out of bounds on the
boy
other
got
side of
lit.
midfield. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So here
So
we go,
I was on a
first and
call.
10 now.
That's why I wasn't talking as much because I was on a call. And
Now Wilson on first down.
he said
Wilson
some things,
snags it
and
left
I'm
side. And able to break
dead.
one
And
tackle.
if you want to
but
know,
then quickly
Parker,
brought down. 5
text me on
yards on the
Snapchat,
catch
send us
there
text me.
brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to
I will
your
let you
tight
know,
end
Parker.
and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to...
But I need to change something before I keep playing over here. Because, yeah. I'm actually adding something. I have to change a lot real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Because I am not playing NHL. No, I'm not playing NASCAR anymore. So.
In that one.
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Cut. 380.
Check Mike 50. Mike is at 50. Check Mike 50.
Now Wilson on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that
Parker,
spot.
just so you know,
Times have changed, right? The old school
I
fullback doesn't
am-
really exist anymore.
you are
We're not getting
a
that same player out of college.
moderator
With all the spread offenses,
on
not
my
very
channel
many
now.
pro style, where you actually have a
So
true
just so you know.
fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that
I want
spot.
to let you know.
Emulate it, but aren't necessary.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a
Because
timeout by the
I
offense.
changed
And
it.
that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
280.
I got you, 88. I got you.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So if
Welcome
you
back
guys
now to Denver.
want to,
And this is a blowout so far as we get set
if you
for
are
the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
a streamer, whisper to me what your name is, and I will, next time you are either streaming, I will get on, watch you, and I will give you a
On
hug
first
and
down,
a
Wilson.
follow.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
I'm gonna figure out another
I know in
person
every
we
game
can
we do, we talk about
raid over
momentum.
here.
That was a momentum play lost, and now
post.
there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Second down now after the incompletion.
Left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left.
380.
Second and 10 now. Wilson escaping the pressure right. This will be caught. at about
Let's
the
go.
30.
Let's
And
go.
he will score.
I'm
Touchdown,
2
Seattle.
touchdowns away from
Jimmy
getting
Graham
my all-time
from
record
17
with this
yards
game.
out. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all
I
time,
have like
he's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
But
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
Oh, she's at least.
She's on like the 5th tune at
Yeah,
this point.
she left
I'm like,
scales way
right now,
behind.
I'm just
But he's just saying something
dead.
about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Hauschka now for the extra point. And now it's blocked.
what? It was blocked? Okay. I really wasn't paying attention at all to the game. But at least we get to pick the ball.
Hauschka now to send this one away
I was
following the
looking at
score.
my stuff over here. Oof,
That'll
I
be
just-
taken in the end
Oh.
zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the
If you haven't
field.
already, please drop
And
a
they're
follow.
hoping to
It'd be
capture some of that
awesome
magic
if
they
you
had last
guys
time
drop
out when they
a
were able to
follow.
put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored.
And he's
Go.
going to be wrapped up and driven down. Cliff
If you haven't already,
Averill
please
in there to
follow.
get
I
him
would
for his second
greatly
sack of the night.
appreciate it.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively.
Yeah.
Giving up a big sack
That was a
to
good
lose
sack,
that kind of
though.
yardage, not a great start.
Yeah, but that was a great sack I gave him. So here we go.
Watch left, watch left.
For the next play.
Two receivers left, one to the right.
Oh shit, they're doing Hail Mary probably. No, they're, I know what play they're doing.
On second down,
Yep.
here's Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks
I
this
knew
one
they
away
were
from
going
harm.
to.
Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers finding time.
Got him.
And incomplete. He
Didn't
had
see the
nowhere
ball.
to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Who would
Fielded
build a
about the
house on an
28.
edge volcano? People that are stupid.
A very nice job on the run back there.
I mean,
He'll
if
get
you wanna
23
die,
yards all
I
told.
mean-
And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10.
But I really don't know why they would do that.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys
That
on
was
offense and
not
find a way
bad,
to
though.
roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. First down, this is Rawls. And he
Yep,
had a
I
quick
had
little
a
spin
horrible
move,
run
but the
that
door
run.
shut fast as he's dropped. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. In the red zone this time. In the slot on the right is Graham.
Alright, so I'm actually going to end this stream here because I gotta go do some stuff, so yeah, see ya.